Hello and welcome back to Tekkit Speedrun with me, James S. Yes, today it's a normal episode and not going to be another musical endeavour. And although last time it was supposed to be a space episode, you know, working towards the space centre, I decided instead that because that was a musical episode, that didn't count. And we really want to start making progress, you know, towards getting to space. Otherwise, it's just never going to happen. So I decided, to work on building the space center. What this involves, of course, is digging out the station. I feel like the station here needs to be a little bit bigger than, I don't know, you know, the kind of just boring assembly building base. Even though this is where the rockets are going to be built, don't get me wrong. I actually got a fair bit done in this episode for once. Probably because I'm not messing around so much. I suppose I've been fairly productive. So this is me building what's going to be the escalators leading right up to the space center itself. And of course my aim here was to dig up until I hit the water. And then I'd know that I was close, you know, to the bottom of the lake. And then what I'm going to do is put a layer of sort of glass over the top. And then somehow I'm going to go from the top, like into the water, and then dig out the dirt that's on top so that it exposes the base and I'll be able to see up into the lake. It'll be kind of cool. Not completely necessary. As for the actual launching system, well, that's going to be something completely different because I'm going to use redstone, I'm going to use alarms, it's going to be like linked with pistons so that the channel opens up that allows the rockets to launch. Here we go, look, I hit water. Wow, it seemed like, obviously this is time accelerated, and you know, it surprises me how much, because that felt like a really long time for me to get there. But hey, look, within minutes. Wait, I can't even see the time. Within 2 minutes. Well, not within 2 minutes. You know what I mean. Anyway, I decided to dig out the other one and sort of rebuild up this corner. That's where the oil was, by the way. Just so it's all like even, because I like my base to be like symmetrical and all look nice. And yeah, I kind of built my way up to the space center. Of course, I'm not sure how the layout of the actual space center is going to go yet. I'm still undecided on that one. Obviously, first I've got to build these. And the reason there's 2 staircases is because they're going to be escalators made using the... I always forget the names of these things. I do not know why, because they're not hard to remember. They're called... conveyor belts. I think I was trying to think of it so hard that I actually made it harder to remember. That makes no sense. Just ignore that. Right, so yeah, same deal again, you know, just using up my diamonds by mining my way up. Somehow getting confused at the way a basic staircase works. So yeah, obviously it's not going to be a staircase, it's going to be an escalator. And the reason there's 2 is because there needs to be one going up and one going down. I could have one side going up and one going down because it's 2 blocks wide, but I decided I didn't like that sort of... I thought that'd be a bit weird. It looks more like... I don't know, I guess it's inspired a little bit by London Underground. By the way that there's like a train and I don't know. Or like any underground really, any underground station that leads somewhere. So that was the idea, and then there's this sort of lobby area that I'm digging out now. I don't know whether to just make this the assembly area. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. And you know, at this point, while I was doing this, I was thinking, man, how am I going to power this place? Because I haven't really thought about this. I mean, I had the idea of testing basic solar arrays underwater. So... once I've opened up the sort of the bay, we should be able to receive light, like sunlight, into the right into the base, because I'm pretty sure that sunlight goes through water, but I don't know if solar arrays will work through glass and water. I can't imagine they'd be particularly efficient. So I've opted for another option, but you'll have to wait and see what that is later on. And I by no means got it finished. I mean, I still haven't finished digging out this place. Yeah, there's me hitting dirt with a wrench, as you do. I think eventually I just started using the pickaxe because I just got fed up with digging the dirt. But as you can see, look, there's a solid layer of dirt above, and I'm pretty sure that's just like exactly where the water is. You know, if I dug up one. Okay, there was a few sand actually that fell through when I dug through the other one. But a similar sort of thing will happen. So I don't know actually. I'm wondering if it would be easier to, rather than dig down, do it from the inside. Dig up and put a glass block to fill in the hole until eventually we have a glass ceiling that looks up into the lake. Same result, but diving down into the lake and digging is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse, even with a power fist. And I worked it out, by the way. I worked out why my power fist had unlimited power. It was the redstone jetpack, because I tried it here where I'm not carrying the jetpack and it has 0 power. However, whenever I'm carrying the jetpack, I have unlimited power fist usage. So it's obviously a bug, an exploit. I'm pretty sure it doesn't drain the battery. Maybe it does, but just in such a small amount that you don't notice it. I don't know. But either way, it's helpful. Yeah, this is me thinking, like trying to visualize how it's going to work. I thought maybe just have that as like a reception, turn it into almost like a tourist attraction kind of thing. But then I thought, no. I mean, what's the point? I'm just going to make it straight up into a base. Like, I'm going to put the Galacticraft machines in there. The good thing about the Galacticraft machines is they take very little power compared to, like, the thermal expansion ones. So I do all the thermal expansion shit here. Just have the Galacticraft machines in the Space Center. Simple. And then, obviously, we'll have our rocket launch site. And that's going to be the most fun bit, to be honest. That's the bit that's really going to need some building. Now, there's something I wasn't sure whether to do inside the launch center or the space center even. Oh, it's the same thing, really. Oh, yeah, I got stuck. Oh, wow. I felt like I was stuck on that for ages, but obviously sped up. Not an issue. Yeah, this is all part of my plan for the launch center. Anyway, so the idea, what the hell was I even talking about? I can't even remember. My brain is not working. Oh dear. Galacticraft machine, low power. No, it wasn't that. I forget. I'm just talking about something else. So what I'm doing here, that's really going to bug me now, was just getting the lava stocked up again because it was starting to go down. I mean, there's plenty there. Don't get me wrong. I needed to move the cactus farm in one so that I could build a wall that wouldn't mess with the cactuses. Cacti. Because I'm going to build a wall around it. Like I said, it's going to be like inside. I'm going to make a greenhouse for it. So, without being more of a building episode kind of thing. Which should be the next episode, but I don't know what I'm going to do in the next episode. I really don't. I mean, I really have no fucking idea what I'm doing with this outside of the base bit, if I'm completely honest. I just started randomly building it up in different ways, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it, but I'm hopefully gonna just be able to improvise it and make it look cool. I mean, that's the way that I do most of my builds, and some of them actually turn out pretty good. Or at least I think they do. I don't know. Of course, not having enough sand here. Replanting the farm. And obviously these are for waterproof pipes. Now what could we possibly need those for? I would admit there are a few things that I built that were just kind of unnecessary in this episode, but look kind of cool. I don't know. That is not one of them. There we go. Now it's complete. I can turn that wall into a proper wall instead of just dirt and mud and stone. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, get them all cooked up. Kill a slime. There's so many little slimes down here. Luckily not big ones. And no more Enderman attacks, thank fuck. So yeah, here I'm making more ME stuff, yes. Great fun as always. This time I was making an export fluid yeah, that was right. An export fluid. I'm getting mixed up with fluid and fluix. Fluid duct. I say it took ages, but probably at this speed it'll take like no time whatsoever. Yeah, look, I'm getting there quite quickly. But oh, I forgot something. We'll just take the whole stack. It would have made more sense. I'm trying to keep my inventory nice and like organised and clean. That's why I only take exactly what I need. But then I keep having to go back and get more of the same things. So it's not the most time efficient way of doing it, but at least it's sort of neat. Old school piston recipe. Didn't even have to look that one up. Mind you, you know, I have been playing Minecraft for fucking ages now. Far longer than I probably should have. I mean, this series alone is, I think that's either 18 or 19. I can't tell because it's like a low quality preview that I get up on the screen here. A long time just on this series, but it's like a quarter of the time for you. And I'm not gonna lie, I get kind of bored sometimes when I'm doing it, but you know, it's more about chasing that end result. And then when I see it sped up, it's like, yeah, we're making progress. It's getting somewhere. So you'd be forgiven for not knowing what the fuck is going on here. So yeah. The thing is, I should have had a dynamo connecting straight to the ME system so it's like self-powering. I guess I could still do that. It would just mean that extra wires and shit. Or that at least so that's helping to power this base. But no, I've got an idea, I know what I'm doing. But I needed lava. But I was thinking, oh fuck, I've either like cut it off, or I've, yeah, it doesn't matter, I got some in the end anyway. Yeah, I decided to make these sets of tanks. One of them I get the point, because then it can be extracted from. Why I made 3 linked up to each other is complete mystery. I guess it just looked kind of cool. It made the room look a bit cooler. I think it does look cool. So, yeah, it was just me dicking around with this stuff, really. Like, now I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably thinking really hard about what the hell I'm doing. Realizing I need to make wooden pipes because I'm too poor to make emerald ones. Even though I'm not, I've got loads of emeralds. I'm just saving them for trades later on. Or, I don't know, something a bit more important. There's nothing wrong with wooden pipes, they're fine. Doesn't really matter, not in this case. And that engine is now redundant. And I threw my pickups into the water. Yeah, so the idea here is this is the beginning of what I'm using as a power line for the Space Center. You'd never guess that though, because it's stupid in the way that I've done it. But nah, you'll get it in a second. So the way it's going to work is, yeah, I've dug a tunnel. And then I'm going to run a pipe all the way along to where the Space Center is. And then have loads of magmatic dynamos in the Space Center connected to energy cells. You're probably thinking, obviously there's going to be... Actually, no, I'll probably run into a massive tank at the other end. Because obviously not all the chunks in between here and the Space Center are going to be loaded all the time. So it won't always travel all the way. But as I move back and forth between the Space Center and, you know, the normal place, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just need to check. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much almost it for this episode. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's just me digging for another few seconds. I I hope you're enjoying seeing the series as it's coming along. We're finally making progress with the Space Center. Finally, it's a thing now, sort of. I mean, it's just a little cave, but bye-bye.